Dr. Ragini Bhake. I'm head of Center for Metabolic and Endocrine Disorders at Symbiosis Hospital. So 25th of May is celebrated as the World Thyroid Day. Why is it important for India? It's because between 40 and 50 million people in India are believed to be living with a thyroid condition. So what is the thyroid gland? The thyroid gland is a butterfly-shaped gland that sits at the front of your neck, just below your Adam's apple. And it makes hormones that control the metabolism of your body. So essentially like a fuel for your body. So there are some benign conditions that we will be discussing today, but common conditions that you may be affected by. So the first one is what's called a goiter. A goiter is simply an enlargement of a thyroid gland, okay? And it can be associated with abnormal thyroid function or hormone levels, or it may just be an enlargement of the gland, which is not going to cause you any problems. So if you think that any problems with swallowing or breathing may be affected by it, doesn't really happen. So if you have to clear your throat when you're speaking in public in particular, or if you sometimes feel you can't swallow, but it settles by itself, it's not related to the thyroid gland. So it's a very benign condition, and it can get very large but cause you no problems other than it will be visible. The next condition, which is called autoimmune or thyroiditis, which can be a viral infection, secondary to a viral infection, but most commonly it's an autoimmune condition. By that I mean you start to make antibodies. Antibodies, we will have heard through COVID times, are proteins or chemical substances that are produced usually to fight outside infection, but this time the antibodies are something that are turning against the thyroid gland, and they can either stimulate the thyroid gland to make a lot of fuel or a lot of hormone and create a condition called overactive or hyperthyroidism, or it may block the thyroid gland from making enough hormone, so a condition called hypothyroidism. So to talk about hyperthyroidism, this is where there's too much fuel, so the body is working in overdrive. Too much fuel, too much energy, so you're tired all the time because all that energy is being consumed. You want to feed your body because that energy needs fuel itself, so you eat more but you actually lose weight. Your heart is running fast, you're sweating more, your brain is constantly in overdrive, so you can't sleep even though you're physically very tired. It can cause some problems with periods as well. In a few people it can affect your eyes, so your eyes may feel very itchy, red, watery, or sometimes swelling around the eyes. And if you have this condition, then you must get checked out by an endocrinologist or a hormone specialist immediately. And then finally we talk about hypothyroidism or underactive thyroid. In this condition there's not enough fuel. This will also make you tired, but there's no way for you to know without doing the blood test that is the lack of a hormone or is it too much hormone. But it just generally slows you down, so you just feel tired, and in this condition you actually put on weight, although the diet is not a factor in this, but you do put on weight. You tend to get constipated, and there are again in women some period problems as well. One of the things I forgot to mention, in the thyroiditis, the autoimmune variety, it is common in women who have given birth. So in the year following you having given birth, you're more prone to developing this thyroiditis condition. All thyroid conditions are common in women for some reason, more so in men, but they do occur in men, and they tend to occur in families. So what are the take-home messages from today's session on thyroid? If you're affected by any of the conditions I've described above, the 4 conditions, the goiter, thyroiditis, hyperthyroidism or hypothyroidism, contact an endocrine doctor immediately. Okay? If you have a family history of a thyroid problem, then you must see a specialist on a regular basis. But more importantly, if you're a woman and you're planning to conceive, you must see a hormone doctor to get your thyroid checked out, especially if you have a family history as well. So I hope you've learned something about the thyroid. I hope to see you if you have a thyroid condition at the Center for Metabolic and Endocrine Disorders. Thank you.